Right, we're midweek. I've just ended the last video and we're going to carry on with this next one. And as you can see down there, that's as far as we got. And I'm really, really pleased with that because that's quite a way down. Tons more to do. And I'm going to come back to that probably tomorrow, but I want to give my hand a rest. I want to give my body a rest. I'm a little bit achy after spending the last 3 days down that hole. So I'm going to carry on doing a little bit of strimming and going across into that area there. I just carry on basically. So enjoy. Those pesky wild boars are chewing up the ground here to get their mushrooms in the only green spot I've got. Now it's really windy this afternoon. I've got the fluffy cover on the mic, but I don't think that's going to be doing too much at this point in time. So apologies if it's going through your speakers. But anyway, I'm in that sort of middle area between the well and the pond, and I want to clean up around the trees to tidy it all up. I've gone around with the tractor numerous times. In fact, this area, not for quite a while. I think it was actually late spring since I came in here, so it hasn't grown too much. But I want to tidy it all anyway and see if I can get from more or less where the well is back up to where I cut everything up there. Blimey, my thumb is numb. So I've pretty much covered every tree from where I'm standing all the way to the brow. Every tree that's in the open. Don't know how many there are, I've lost count. But it took about 4 hours and it's around 4:30 now. Will's come up to get me because they want their dinner. So I'm going to stop. Doesn't look much difference at the moment, but I'm going to get the rake out in the morning, bring it all out into the open, and then I'm going to go over it with a tractor. And hopefully I can do that by lunchtime because I want to get back down the well. And if I can get back down there, just do a little bit more, little every week, then we'll get there eventually. But I want to try and get down there as much as possible at the moment before we do get any larger amounts of rain. Last night we didn't actually get as much as I thought we were going to get. It just looked worse than it was, the clouds. Every time we get a grey cloud come over there, I think that's it, doomsday. But I'm wrong. Anyway, pretty pleased with that. It will make a massive difference tomorrow. Thursday this morning, and I was going to be doing the strimming further up into the field, but I've decided, after speaking to my brother this morning, he's going to come round in a minute and try and give me a hand to remove that second great big wheel, the cog, from inside the well. I'm going to take the tractor down there now, then we'll wait for him, and fingers crossed we can get it to work. And that reminds me, I still haven't fixed those two posts there to take the fence up to these two outer posts where the gates are. I'll have to do that at some point. So James came down this morning and we were having a look at the possibilities of moving this out without having to clear too much more of the debris. And one of the obvious things that we saw was this here, this metal bit here, and here, this is clearer, that was folded over like that, with a pin going through it, holding that one on there. So when this wheel turns, this then will go with it, and attached to these were buckets all the way down. So presumably they would go all the way down, right the way down into the well. And if that's still attached to this wheel and that's filled up, then there's no way that this is going to move out. So James actually just pulled the pin out. It was very easy. And so I'm just moving it to one side now. And that means that the only thing that's holding this wheel in place is the soil down there. Now, because I don't really want to get underneath there, just in case, because I am in a hole, I think that the best bet now is to see with the tractor if we can just try and pull this out as it is, because if it's just the soil down there, then hopefully it'll be a lot easier to clear. We'll see. Come on, let's go and have a cup of tea before we start. What's this? Right, so we've lined the tractor up. We've got the ratchet straps. Now we're going to go down there and try and wrap it around that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, easy peasy. Wow, we did it! And that came out relatively easily as well, didn't it? That's incredible, and it's not quite as huge as it looks now that it's out, but dead chuffed with that. Oh, and all that with that little tractor as well. That's fantastic. Happy days. Table. Not quite. No. That's a long way down.
Yeah.
Right, after that excitement, man, that was fun. Wow, I'm so relieved to get that out of the way. Can't tell you how chuffed I am to bits with that. But anyway, I've got my rake now. There's a little bit of time left in the day. It's gone 4 o'clock, so there isn't actually that much time. But I do want to run around all of these trees here, rake everything away from the base of the trees out into the open space, and if possible, run the tractor around, if there's enough daylight left. So I'm going to have to hurry up. Wow, it's just turned out perfect. The sun has come out for that last 30 minutes of sunlight. So I'm going to see if I can cover this area here. And I'm really hoping it makes a big difference, because it'd be a bit of a disappointment after all that work I did trimming around the trees that it looks exactly the same. But we'll see. So you can see this area here, just going over it at once. There are lots of these little bits sticking up out of the ground, and it's quite rough. It's a lovely colour at the moment with the sun going down. But that's just over it once. So bearing in mind that this was exactly the same, that it really has chopped it down. That's running over this over 2 or 3 different occasions. And you can see now the soil's all starting to show. The roots have all gone, more or less. You go over it several times, it just softens it all out, gets rid of all those horrible little roots, chops everything up. And now I'm hoping this is really good soil that will start getting some grass on it, like this area here. I know it's not a lot of grass, but once that starts going green, it's going to look amazing. So it did work. It did smooth it all out, and it does look much better than it was before. So I'm going to celebrate, especially after the well earlier on, with a cold beer after I walk the dogs. Come on in, let's go. Yeah, I'm pretty knackered after that, so I'm going to stop for today. We have revealed the wall, which is what I wanted to do, and now I can see it's here. That has made me feel a lot more comfortable because I can see the diameter of it, and it looks to me that although this great big thing here is down in the hole, this second one is actually sitting either side of it, so that's reassuring. So I'm going to come back to this tomorrow, cut away that area, and obviously now I've got to be more and more careful, and I will have something like a harness, and I'm going to have to find me some form of winch as well. So all good. Let's get out. Oh, you can't see it, but there's some foil on a branch up there. I put it up a couple of weeks ago and it's marking the line of my boundary. And every time I stand up here and see it, it's calling me. I need to get up there, but I'm putting it off a little bit because the well is a priority, obviously, at the moment. I did say I was going to do the trail all the way to the top as well, but realistically, while we got this lovely weather and it's dry, I need to be getting down as far as possible because sooner or later it's going to fill up. And if there's any chance that I can empty it out completely before that, then I'm going to go for it. So I will be breaking it up though, because next week I want to go down the well. I want to do like every other day because it is quite tiring down there. And I also, at some point, I'm going to have to work out some form of winch as well. So that might slow it down, but I want to concentrate on down there. Bit more of the land clearing around here and get one side of that done. I know I said I wanted to do the trail, but I think that will happen. It will happen pretty quick once I've got this sorted out. Anyway, I'm going to end the video now because I think that's been a good week, very productive. And if you hadn't noticed, I did pop a video in midweek, so check that out. And in the foreseeable future, I'm probably going to be trying to do that every week because I've got lots of things that I'm trying to do. So keep your eyes open for those. And also, before Christmas, I am going to put up the videos on the houses before this because they are questions that are being asked and I want to get all that covered. Anyway, I'm out of breath because I've been running backwards and forwards and I need to chill out for the rest of the day. It's such a lovely day today and I think I'm going to spend the rest of it outside. So take care, look after yourself, look out for the next one. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thumbs up, subscribe, and look out in the about section for the Instagram and Facebook and other things. And I will see you then. Take care. Bye-bye. Excellent.